presently reviewing episode 7
of Married at First Sight,
season 14. Yep. I'm India.
I'm Michelle.
And y'all, we stress this stuff is draining us literally all of our energy. Like, I can't take these people.
I just wanted to turn off the TV and leave. Like
Michelle was pissed.
I'm angry that I'm here right now.
Like, these people are nuts.
They're wasting my time. Everybody's wasting my time. I hate everybody. Like, minus 2 people, I hate everybody. Yeah. Period. I'm not lying to you. I hate everybody.
Okay, whatever. She ain't lying though. I mean, they're all pretty much insufferable. But anyway, okay, we're going to start with Mark and Lindsay first.
Yes.
Okay, so Mark and Lindsay, I guess
they went into his
apartment, and they needed to go in there like, honey, like it was COVID in there.
Yes, they did.
They was in there, boom, 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 and she was like, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, and that. So at first I'm like, I ain't mad at it. I do get you don't want to put your stuff in trash bags. I get it can make you uncomfortable, but I'm not mad at it. She's making us.
Yeah, sometimes you need people to come and do stuff because you won't do it. That's why hoarders are like they are. So, like,
but clearly it probably was a little overwhelming for him.
Yes.
So I get that looking back at it.
Like, and who are you, bitch? I met you a week ago. Like, get out,
his whole
of my
life
stuff.
had already been turned upside down.
Yeah.
With the show, then the bed bugs, then him getting like knowing he can't live there even if he wanted to, but they divorced. So he's stressed. But I thought Lindsay was doing a good thing.
She was about to Marie Kondo his ass. She said, does it bring you joy? Y'all know that's from...
What did she say? Okay, we're going to throw this out.
She said, if it don't bring you joy, you got to get rid of it. And I get it. But that was not the moment in which he needed to make those decisions. She's stressed out.
But she's a lot. So she's
never going to see that it's too much.
It's too much.
She's never gonna see it. I mean, honestly, we could review every couple in 2 minutes because that's how much they piss me off. Like, they don't work. They're not. I don't even understand these people. Like, they're immature. They're unreasonable. Like, she thinks she's so emotionally intelligent, and then she's rude as. Oh my God! Like, I can't.
When they talk to Pastor Kyle and. I understood where she was coming from, especially if you done did some stuff and then you feeling rejected and you're just so angry because he's being so nonchalant. Yes. Your feelings are valid, homegirl. But then when he states really what's going on and why, she's trying to say
quite clearly, it was clear.
Weren't valid.
Right. As soon as
how are your feelings valid, but his aren't?
These people.
Now, if that was the first time she heard it, she should have been able to understand. Like, this is the first time hearing this. Clearly, we needed a third party for you to be able to get this out. I understand. I don't like it still, but I understand, and I'm going to do my part. I'm going to fall back like you told me to. She was just like, basically, this is a run-on sentence. This don't make no sense. You need to do this. And even when Pastor Kyle was trying to, like, get her to calm down, she was like, you need to do this, and don't push me away. And it's like, honey, leave this man alone. Now, I will say, he would totally turn me off because he got too much going on, and it's going to affect his mood.
So here's the thing about Mark, too, is that I think he's stunted. Like, there's his growth. Like, he's definitely mature in some ways, or regular. Like, but in other ways, he's very stunted. Like, his whole... Like, I think his mom, like, that situation really messed him up. Like, him bringing goldfish on vacation, him not... Like, there's so many things where when you stop and look at it, you're just like, okay, he's not all grown up. Like, he is, but he's not. And that, it's like he's so, this control thing for him, it's like he needs things to be a certain way. And as soon as he's, like, is out of control, he has zero flexibility. And that is, like, him clinging to only what he knows. Like, it's giving...
That's a good assessment.
It's giving, like... stunted. Like, he needs therapy. And that's the other thing I don't like about her, is that because she's so open to therapy and all these things, like, she thinks she just knows it all.
Yep.
Like, shut up and listen. Yep. You are not the only person that can have an opinion or have feelings. And honestly, Mark did do a good job of expressing himself. So for her to dismiss it was just so disrespectful and rude. I was done with her.
Yeah, it was really rude. And then that's going to make him not ever want to express himself again. And then you're going to be like, you're pulling back.
Right, you're not telling me how you feel.
Y'all can't do that. And they are too old for that. I'm sorry. Everybody's over 30-something years old. Like, that's not how you communicate with people. Nah. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, honestly, I felt like in the past seasons, Pastor Cal was blowing smoke up people's asses and it was pissing me off. But I thought he did a pretty good job this episode of really giving people what they needed to hear, pretty much.
Except for Alyssa, because he should have went in on her.
Yeah, but for the most part, like, I felt like what he said to them, he honestly did a really good job of, like, expressing what Mark was trying to say and trying to get, like, Lindsay would only listen to him because he's the therapist. And it's just like, girl, bye. Oh, she got on my nerves. Okay. I mean, there was probably a lot more we could talk about, but
those are the main points.
they get on my nerves.
Katina and Olajuwon, honey.
Okay.
They went to his house.
He's so proud of his house, y'all. He's so proud of his house. And I'm not mad at him being proud of his home. Like,
I think that was his grandmama house that got passed down to him.
either way, I mean,
No,
as
and that's
long as he
positive,
still
too.
own it, that's a good thing. I just think that you need
Them
to.
curtains was getting ooh, wrong app.
What
This
you doing?
I'm trying to go back to my notes.
So you so used to getting on Instagram. It's the
Yeah,
first thing you press.
Yeah.
No. What I was gonna say was Olajuwon is it's like he wants to seem like he cares, like he's asking all this stuff, and then as soon as she answers him, he's like, oh, well, no. Like, huh? Like, these people are nuts, bro. Like, they're nuts.
And why did Katina think that it was going to cost $50,000 to replace a
'Cause she's
floor
just
in that 2x2
so-
house? I was very confused.
So these people live in Boston, and I mean, I think
Boston is
Boston real estate is
expensive.
expensive,
We
but
can see
Lord,
by
these
the
places
sizes
are small.
of the places.
These
Boston
places is
expensive.
tiny.
Yes.
Tiny.
But she said, I don't like the curtains. Why not? Because they're not cute.
'Cause
Like,
they look
why
like
can't
they're-
you fall back and be like a normal man? Like, look, you can move in here with me so you can decorate so it can feel like your home.
Right.
Wouldn't that be what a
Why are
caring
you
man-
so connected to these coffee curtains that look
Yes.
like they came out of
And
Walmart
then
in 1992?
He asked her what she liked or didn't like. She says the thing.
And then he's like, no,
you're pulling
why?
that. We're not making all
We're
these
not
changes.
changing.
Just move and enjoy my home. And yeah, maybe he's like, look, everybody, don't nobody else in Boston. We clearly saw from the other homes have a home.
Talking about, can you picture our kids playing? No, because it's a busy street. The kids can't play in the front yard. It's a busy street, Olajuwon. I know he's proud,
But
but
my
it's
thing
really
is, you
bothering
know
me.
she's gonna move in with you because I do think they're gonna make it past decision day and stuff. You know she's gonna move
I
in with
think so,
you.
too.
Why wouldn't you give her free reign to decorate and change things like that? Like make the house a home. You just want a wife who sits there and cooks for you.
Well,
in
that's-
a kitchen
yeah.
that she don't feel comfortable in. Like to me, it's just deeper than that. Olajuwon is not mature enough for marriage. I don't care how caring he is, how affectionate he is, how
much
of a
he
good
thinks
person
he's
he is.
ready.
Yeah,
He's not.
He's not. I just can't imagine any man not welcoming her to redecorate as she wants to make herself more comfortable in his home.
Especially with all these requirements that he has of
Yes.
her, and she's bringing in
And-
half of the income. And maybe he does, and if he does make more money, great. They still need to figure out what's what. But I just feel like this whole, like, this is how she has to be. But then when Pastor Cal called him out on it, he's like, no, I told her I would do this. This man's talking about, I just eat peanut butter on bread. Well, keep eating peanut butter on bread every day, bro. It was good enough before you married her. It should be good enough now. This girl don't need to be cooking for you every day.
He's one of them people who he had in his mind a certain standard of marriage or what he thought, and I think he could be easily influenced. I think if
He
enough
has to
people
be.
told him like
That's
that
not
is
what this is,
ridiculous,
yeah.
it's not what
Maybe.
it is. You are a young couple. Y'all can order out. She can cook. You can cook some days. Like it
Yeah.
just shouldn't even be a freaking conversation. You both grown, right? Like now, when the kids come and y'all need to start, that it'll morph into what it is. But
Yeah.
why are you gung ho about cooking when you were
You don't even
fitting
cook,
for yourself?
and you for the last
2
30
weeks
years,
ago.
right? Since you 30 years old, you said you've been out doing your thing.
And
like,
don't he
why?
eat probably real protein heavy stuff? The amount of weight he lifted.
Remember,
Stuff like
I feel like it was somebody that just what's his name?
Michael.
No, from the one that was with Haley. That he
Yeah,
ate
it's a steak and potato.
that he steak every day.
But it's still like I'm.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. You just want to know that she'll do it. If you really think about it, it's not that deep.
And here's the thing, I wanted Katina to like express herself more, but like India said, like she just sometimes don't really hit quick. Like it's not like she's not with it. So like, why she not sticking him?
It's something
to-
about the way Katina communicates. It's like almost like the.
It's just delayed. To me,
a
it's delayed.
It's like I don't know how to say it, but y'all know what we saying.
It's like
I don't want to be rude,
this is
but
what
y'all
she does.
know what we're
does.
saying.
She says a lot. She starts her sentences and then she stops them and then she starts them again, but then she never finishes the thought, and I don't know what she was about to say. But then she agreed with him on a lot of stuff. It seems like, I don't know, like she seems sweet though. Like she's probably the only one I actually do still like.
Yeah.
I think she's the only one I do still like. Honest. Oh no, it's two. It's one more. I'll tell y'all who. That, and I just,
Yeah.
Because everybody else is, they can kick rocks, honestly.
What else did they do? They went to his home. They didn't go to her house.
They didn't go to her house.
They always do that. Every season they miss like 2 people out of the 10
And
people.
I felt like her house was going to be a really good
She might be
representation
living with
of
family
what.
still.
Oh, but I thought they showed her at home, like taking pictures and stuff, like way early in the episodes. They show her like doing her thing. I don't know, but we'll see. So let's just keep this going.
Who's next?
Wait, it's something else that we didn't talk about. We kind of missed it, and we didn't even feel like rewinding. They were talking about sex with Pastor Cal, but she was saying she didn't think that he
was attracted to her sexually.
He wasn't showing that he was attracted to her. I don't. We missed it, y'all. We missed it. So we're not.
We did miss
not
part.
talking about it.
Yeah.
But we missed it. So if y'all want to talk about it in the comments, go for it. But
okay.
Yeah. So Steve and Noi.
Yeah, Stephen Noi. Okay, Noi was getting on our last nerves talking about this dog situation. Steve was clearly
like he's
concerned.
hesitant.
He
like
was
he is
trying
not
to be understanding,
respectful
but then
of
he's
her.
like, I'm not comfortable.
He's not comfortable.
And she acted like she wasn't understanding. Oh no, the dog's gonna here. We're not even gonna be able to cuddle. The dog's gonna sleep in the middle. In
No,
that
he
little
sleeps in my
twin
head.
bed.
And, right, and this man, y'all just measured that his feet barely stay on the bed, and now he gotta contend with a dog that's on your face. Like, go somewhere. And y'all, these Boston must be really expensive because I don't even think it's 2 bedrooms in these apartments, and everywhere else it was 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Since they've been doing this, they've been having 2 bedrooms, child.
2 beds, 2 baths.
So,
yeah, you're
woo.
right.
They sharing a small bathroom and these little baby beds, and Steve is tall, and he
That
don't,
dog is
and
not-
he doesn't
that-
like dogs. He said that thinking of picking up dog poop makes him nauseous, bro. He's not a dog dad. Like, he don't want a dog.
And he might. The problem is she's not willing to compromise
on anything.
And I get it. That's your baby. He been sleeping in the bed with you for a couple of years. But like he said, maybe we can have a little pallet here. Maybe we could build something to have him sleep on the side.
He was really trying to express.
And you could have maybe even slowly got the dog in the bed once he got comfortable. But if that's what you wanted to do, I don't know why anyone would want to sleep with a dog near their head. But a lot of dog folks do. But she doesn't want to compromise. Even on the dog just sleeping on the other side, maybe, so y'all can at least get some cuddling in. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe if they had a bigger bed, the dog could squeeze in under her on the other side, and he doesn't.
If they had a king size bed, they'll be fine. So maybe, but I don't even know.
But the dog could sleep at the end if that was the case, and that's what he said. Can there be a doggy bed on the end of the
side? Yeah,
y'all, she's crazy. And then y'all, she
had the nerve to not want to compromise
on 3 kids. When I tell you, I was sitting there flabbergasted because I'm like, I've never in my life heard she didn't even have an argument.
No.
It was baseless.
In fact, all the information she provided led us to believe that they don't need no more than 2 kids. Because her ass is scared to not have money. She grew up poor and with nothing, with 3 kids, and she lives in a 2x4 box. And where them kids gonna live, Noi, in Boston? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing here? Like,
Noi's very childish.
I don't understand.
She's one of the most immature ones on the show.
She's very immature.
She is. Now, want to talk about stunted?
And she's clueless. Like, she didn't even think it was anything wrong with it.
She's like, I'll compromise on a lot of things, but 3 kids is where I draw the line.
What?
Like, excuse me, say what?
And Pastor Cal was like, okay, so what if you have a kid that has special needs? What if that requires more time than you have to give the time of what 3 kids would say? Okay, what if you have a hard time conceiving? What if you can't conceive? Like, I never thought of that. Like, are you dumb?
You so gung
Or
on
stupid.
3 kids and never thought about the fact that you might, and like he
not
said,
even be
you
able to
might
have
have 2 and be like, oh, 2 is perfect for our family, and
And
we're good.
Steve said that. Steve said, you know, in my mind, I thought 2
Because in his mind
it made sense, whatever. But you know, I figure like we'll figure it out. Like, okay, let's see how is it
It's a
feeling.
play by ear.
It's a play it by ear thing. And then
So he never really said hell no to more than 2 kids. He
didn't.
actually said, I'm on 2, but the problem is that she's not willing to
unwilling
budge
to
on
budge.
3. Whereas you can tell he's willing to budge on 2.
how you ain't even had 1 and you talking about you want 3?
And when
Like,
I was younger, you know how many kids I said I wanted?
4.
Up until I was like
4.
21. Like I was grown talking about I want 4 kids.
4 kids.
And now
3 or 4.
yeah.
I got 1.
Right. Like,
Period.
Right.
Done.
Right. And it is what it is.
Like, what?
I was judging Noi so much from that conversation because I was like, oh, she's special.
And then here, y'all, Steve is not homeless, so we stand corrected.
His place was bigger than hers.
His place was bigger than
So
hers.
clearly, if he has money enough to be a nomad, live in his car, and still afford Boston rent in one of the bigger places out of all the ones we saw, besides Olajuwon, then he has some type of money. Or his freelancing and his designs and stuff like that.
He did. He told her he not gonna go broke. He clearly is a hustler.
Yeah.
So he can figure it out. The problem that he has, and I'm not even mad at this, is the fact that he does not want. He clearly went on a journey and figured out that he don't want to work just to live. He wants to live. No, he doesn't want to, whatever, however it goes.
Yeah.
He just wants to enjoy
wanna
life.
yeah.
And then whatever it takes to enjoy his life, he'll make that. Like, he's just not out here like, I have to make 200
Let me ask you something though.
Okay.
I just thought about this. So do you think this was another freelance opportunity and he was here for the check?
Possibly, bro. I've been saying that.
Then also, because I mean, I actually like Steve. He's one of the ones that
He actually
that are
seems
decent,
genuine. He's my other one that I don't hate from this episode.
Yeah,
Everybody
but
else.
thinking about it now, with what you just said, like, what if he's just in it?
I said
he
this
was
2
in this
weeks
for a
ago.
check?
I said this 2 weeks ago.
But because also, like, if you don't want to be confined to just how it works in America.
What if he's so easygoing that he was like, I could be married to anybody for 2 months, bro? But
and he could have fell for her.
But I
don't think he was taking it serious because you would know that you might need to change your lifestyle. Like you thought you were just going to marry somebody and then still be able to do you.
I don't think he thought that either. I think that he just she doesn't have some of the same interests that he has. She's not as adventurous as he is. She's high maintenance. And she's giving like slight Mirla vibes. Like she came from humble beginnings and now she never wants to be poor again. And so she has all these things that she wants. I don't know.
But then she wants 3 kids. You know, 3 kids are making post.
Man, daycare alone is a mortgage, period.
Is she going to stop working while he freelances and afford rent? And
not happening.
Exactly. Anyway.
Okay.
Everything she said was contradicting herself and it was just blowing me.
And that dog situation also showed me that, like, if that's how she acts, can you really have kids with somebody like that?
Nope. Run far away, Steve.
I don't think it's not giving, like, how can you have a marriage like that?
I don't know, but she showed her ass this episode.
I mean, I know how people are with their dogs, but did you really think you were going to get married and then the person just has to deal with it? Like, what if Steve was just as adamant about not having a dog in the bed as she is with having one? Because I would be 100% adamant that I will not be sleeping in a bed with a dog. So what if he was that adamant? Like, where do you meet?
She's not willing to meet anything, and she's like, "Do you have a problem with that?" Like,
yes,
I'm telling you, she's emotionally stunted. You want to talk about somebody stunted? She's slow. Anyway, Chris and Alyssa, you gonna do the next? Might as well, because their stuff
because theirs was short. It was quick and to the point. Like we saw them once when they got to the crib. Well, when he got to the crib, they also both met with their friend. Well, she met with her mama, and he met with his friend.
She's up there lying to her mama.
She lies to everybody. Like she really does not understand that she is caught. Like we done seen it all, and she got
And I was
caught.
trying to tell Michelle, I'm trying to think of it from her perspective. She thinks we just saw what was going on the camera. She has no idea that we were seeing her saying all these nasty things about him. I can't stand him. I hate him. I don't want to be around him. Just to look at him. Like she doesn't know we were going to ever see all of that. So she comes in acting like I'm a good person. I'm not a bad person. And it's like, girl, now you looking like a sociopath and a liar.
They
like,
know, we know.
I'm so happy they show all of that. She really, I'm trying to think of it that way because on camera, the stuff that she did that was real messed up was off camera.
Yeah.
The things that she said that made her look just evil was all off camera.
Yeah.
The rest of it was just like her, I'm not interested.
And y'all, the camera people were probably pretty far away because she was
cameras,
still mic'd, and then like, cause I think they were zoomed in. Like, I don't know that she knows how much we saw.
That one scene where she was like, tell him don't come over here. That one camera was down. It was another one looking another angle because you couldn't see. We were only seeing
her face when she turned a certain way.
She didn't think that
they were rolling. I mean,
you just don't. You know, they show the producers every once in a while, but on this show, the last couple seasons they have showed producers, but you just wouldn't think literally 50% of her scenes
are with producers.
Mm-hmm. So I was trying to think like she really thought she was manipulating the situation, honey.
She did not.
You did not, honey.
We know
you're not a good person.
Crazy you are, child. We know how crazy you are. So when she met with her mom, like she was still lying, and her mom was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna get a cowboy." What does that? Y'all,
she was like, then she thought she was gonna come on TV, and she thought she was reading him and thought that she was gonna get some backlash for him when she said that he said defund the police. Mm-hmm. She's stuck in her own little world. She don't even know. And you sit up here friends with Jasmina. Ask Jasmina what she thinks about defund the police. How about that? But anyway.
Understand.
You mad at him because he said defund the police, but you didn't have a conversation about it to see exactly what that even means. Because I know you don't know what it means, because then you describe.
Because then you're like, if you need the police's help, and you call the police,
not defund the police.
Are they going to help you when you say defund?
Like, dumb. So basically, she's trying to say he's liberal and she's conservative. Okay, that can be a thing where that doesn't work. That can be a concern as well. But she's tried to make him look like a bad person by bringing up that defund the police, and you don't even know what it means.
And you didn't even talk to him about it. And every time somebody asks you, have you talked to him about it? She can't say she has because she hasn't. And he met with his friend, and he told his friend about the police thing too. He was like, but she doesn't even know, like, you're a police officer.
And you're my best friend.
And so clearly he understands or has a feeling about things in a way that makes sense. I'm guessing that there's some police officers that might think that community policing and putting more funds towards mental health and other things versus military,
which is what defund the police
funding.
Is. It doesn't mean we don't need police.
Anyway, so yes. So who knows? However, when they got with Pastor Cal, Chris had enough time to build up all of his. He was reading her.
He was smooth with it though. He was smooth with it. My man Chris.
I was with it. So I was mad that Pastor Cal let her cry and do all that. Are you okay? Like, she should be fine. She does not want to be married to this man. What is she crying over? Is she crying because she doesn't get to stay in the apartment?
And he kind of said that. He said, she's like, I put so much into this. Something like he said,
what is this? What did you put into it? Like, she
plastic surgery, I told you. Because it wasn't therapy, counseling.
It wasn't effort.
Jesus.
It wasn't effort. It was nothing. She brought up not moving in because of the dogs. He didn't ever heard of it.
But you rescue dogs, and you're allergic to dogs.
He ever heard of it. And he was like, short hair, long. Like, it was
but this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. What if she... Okay, your whole interview process was about how you rescue dogs. So they put you somebody that has a dog. So even if you were physically attracted to him, and let's say he had 2-3 dogs, that's happened in past seasons. Yes. People got 2 dogs, 3 dogs. You wouldn't have moved in with somebody you're attracted to because of the dogs?
Oh, she would have been right up there under him.
Because your whole life is about dogs.
She's a liar.
Exactly. So even if you're allergic, girl, take you a Benadryl, like everybody else.
She said, I'm not allergic to my Penelope because I got used to it for 10 years. But what about the other dogs that you allegedly rescue every day? She's just, I'm allergic to dogs. Like, girl, what? Like, she is all over the place. She's ready to try, y'all. She's ready to try. She lied. She was like, I'm about to make him look bad on camera. Or I don't know, maybe not even bad. Like, I don't even know what the outcome was going to be after that. I think she wanted to stay on the show. And I think she thought she can keep doing this, push him away and stay on the show. I think she wanted to go on the group trip.
I think she wanted to.
She embarrassed her. She embarrassed him, and I just feel like I'm glad that he finally got his backbone. Where it was like, no, she was mad disrespectful, and there's zero she can do to make me stay in this.
Yeah, she's terrible.
And that's what it needed to be. I was very tired of that 1%. Like he kept talking about this 1% from the marriage. He's like, all I need is a 1%. No, boo, like have some respect for yourself.
Yeah.
So Pastor Cal really did stick it to her a little bit. But then when she started crying, I was like...
A little bit. He also, I don't think he couldn't really say all that he saw and all that he heard either.
You think they didn't want to tell her?
I don't think
But he did. No, he knew. He brought up the 4 weeks and 4 weeks. He was like, "How do you think you're gonna come here?" And
that was in the group.
That's true.
Maybe he didn't want to say stuff that she had said to the producers.
Yeah, the producers are definitely.
Or maybe they're like trying to keep it because they don't. Yeah. When they're recording those parts, they don't know what they're going to edit in and stuff yet. So maybe they're like, let's stick it to the stuff that.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm like, why wouldn't he have said you? But you said you hate him. You don't even you didn't want to be around him.
Yeah,
you didn't even want him to walk up to you, but now you're willing to try. Like,
right, because at this point, Chris didn't know that because I saw an after party last week, and it was the first time Chris saw all the stuff that she was saying about him at the tennis courts, and he was like,
the rest of the cast probably didn't know the half.
And then she also, with Pastor Cal, said, we had a few good moments, paddleboarding and at the tennis courts. Girl, at the tennis courts, you hated him.
And in paddleboarding, you didn't want to go snorkeling with him because paddleboarding was far enough away where you didn't have to interact with him.
Like all of the stuff she said.
Like she's a liar, y'all. This is a case study, and is anybody a psychiatrist, psychologist that can?
What is wrong with her?
What she got, child? And I know you're not supposed to diagnose people
without personal.
But can you just give us the first letter and the last? Do it start with socio and end with path? What is it?
She crazy, bro.
Because something is wrong with her, and she has no empathy. I don't even think she's a narcissist. I think it's deeper than that. It seems like it's.
I don't know.
It's. And then she's dead ass even talks to her mom.
Yeah,
like she's
convincing herself, right? She's believing herself
that she's a good person.
Yeah, because she said it. She left us off with one last. I'm a good person.
I'm not a bad person, and he's trying to make me look bad. No, honey, a hit dog will holler.
And he doing a good job all by yourself.
He's advocating for himself at this point. He actually didn't say one negative thing about you.
He did a really good job of making sure that they have no ammunition for him to say like he was negative about her.
Girl, I'm sorry. We
okay. Anyway. Final.
So they had a little drama. Jasmina and Michael. So,
I don't like neither one of them. They're not gonna stay together. We know that now.
Both of their personalities. They not like it for me. And I was kind of thinking, Jasmina, okay, you got an attitude problem. Then I'm thinking Michael might have had a little wall up. Now I'm thinking Michael might have a little anger behind the scenes.
He does.
Because I done see like a little bit. Yeah, and she's not completely just making that up.
So the reason why I don't think she's making that up is because he was talking over Pastor Cal. Anytime people start showing them they can't control themselves, even with people that are like bystanders that have nothing invested, that aren't in the relationship, you gotta be like, if he couldn't even stop himself from talking over Pastor Cal, what is he doing with her?
I do think that somebody had posted on Twitter that Jasmina does not like him, is not attracted to him, doesn't like him, but she's not acting like Alyssa, of course.
Right.
And that's where it is.
Right, so it's going to be very easy for her to hold anything negative against him if she doesn't like him. Because it's nothing, there's no redeeming qualities, right? So she doesn't feel like he's for her, probably. So she's just holding
from the beginning,
on.
I didn't think she was going to be attracted to him.
But I don't know, you're right. When I think back to all of the episodes, I don't think that she's done anything extra that makes me think that she's very attracted to him.
I don't think she's attracted to him.
Yeah, she might not be. He's short. Oh my God, when he stood up next to Pastor Cal, like how tall is Pastor Cal, y'all? I need information. Like how tall are these people? Yeah. Pastor Cal like damn near towered over him. Is Pastor Cal tall?
He's probably a good height. 6 feet?
Like
6'2"?
The way that he towered over him, if he's 6 feet, Michael's 5'5".
Well, he said he was about 5'7", and men lie about 2 inches. Because he said, 5'8"? So I assume he was 5'7" if he said 5'8".
If he said that. Okay, so the other thing is Jasmina was giving... Okay, so we didn't even get into their issues prior to meeting with Pastor Cal.
The
roommate situation. It's not making sense. It's not adding up. I don't understand.
But they played the footage back, and she literally discussed having a male roommate. Okay, at the wedding, you ain't got to say it there. That's something you can set off camera, like, oh, I don't, But then she said, have you ever lived with a woman? I mean, I've never lived with a man. Besides the man I live with now, my roommate. And then he was like, no. She's like, so never, ever. No. Like,
so he definitely used that opportunity to interpret that as like a girlfriend lived with.
But then she talked about her
roommate. I don't know why he would do that. The only thing I can think of is that maybe the living situation is slightly embarrassing or something, like maybe who he lives with, or I don't understand why he wouldn't just say I have 2 roommates. I mean, having 2 is maybe slightly a lot, but he's 20. He's the youngest person on the show.
28, so I think 27 or 28. Yeah, because she was 28.
And they live in Boston. Like,
it's expensive.
So the people who didn't have roommates had the smallest apartments ever. Like these people.
Studios.
Well, I guess nobody had roommates besides him
and her. Yeah.
And her. Yeah.
And I'm assuming Katina has some. Like,
maybe she has a situation. But those homes were so small.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he's lying. And then he was like kind of like he was answering her and he was responding to her and telling her that he agreed, but I understand why she wouldn't quite accept it. Like why she was just like, He was like, why are you looking at me like that? Like his approach,
he's a little aggressive.
Ooh, it's off.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's that wall up. And is he feeling judged by her?
I hope that when people get off this show and watch stuff, run it back, that they're like, ooh, that probably did come off a little harsh. Like, I hope that they are able to really do some self-reflection, because it's not okay to just, I don't know. I agree with her. He's aggressive, but she's also...
She has a
bad attitude.
Yeah,
I don't even know how else to put it. She just seems to have a bad attitude. And so I just feel like they've already lost all niceties.
That don't work.
Yeah, they've lost all inclination to like tread lightly, say something in a way that the other person doesn't take it offensively. Like, no, they just saying what they want to say when they want to say it. Period.
And she was like that from the beginning. I think he was like that from the beginning, but just off camera. Because she had said that. She had said that because what other reason did she not want to move in the apartment?
I don't know.
That's
the other thing. She lied. She lied too.
She did.
She lied. So
and
he
literally
told her, right. So she told the truth in her confessional, but he was like, I don't think you should move, like not come here and stay when we first get back, because she was saying she needed to go and check on her dog and figure out her doggy daycare situation. So clearly where their apartment is not close to where she lives. Therefore, she's not going to take the dog to the same dog daycare. That was the need for her to go home for a few days. And he was calling BS, and he was right, because soon as she got on camera and gave her confessional, she was like, I told him it was because of this, but no, it's because I needed space. But here's the problem, is that she lied, because he told her, I don't think you should go just for this reason. And she's like, that's not why I'm going. But you are. So at this point, y'all just lying to each other. And so stop getting so mad and offended that he lied to you, because you lying to him. Like, y'all just be liars together. Finish out the 8 weeks and be on your way, because they're not staying together, y'all.
And Jasmine, can you answer me this? Why are you friends with Alyssa?
Because she didn't see the episodes. And I am just very convinced that the same thing Alyssa is doing on camera, or thinks she's doing on camera, she was doing with them.
True. I just
she probably called Chris every type of disrespectful. And
then she was having some similar experiences with Michael. Well, probably real experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so she probably was like, oh,
she may have sympathized with her, not knowing that she was lying. So, okay, I hate everyone, and I may or may not be back next week.
Bye, y'all. Let us know what you thought of the episode, and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.